Hey guys, it's Mac with Albert Rogers Realty here in Castro Valley, California. I wanted to share with you the latest unemployment numbers and the latest projections, and also a couple of quotes from two financial experts that I found interesting and also can give us an insight of what to expect in the coming months for real estate and the economy as a whole. The latest unemployment numbers saw 10 million Americans lost their jobs over a 2-week period. On May 8th, we will see the latest round of numbers, and it's expected to be in the double digits. The coronavirus has the economy to a screeching halt. Everyone is feeling the financial toll. The government passed the CARES Act to find ways to assist and help as many people, small businesses, and companies to keep our economy going. Here's a quote from James Bullard, president of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. "This is a planned, organized shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter. The overall goal is to keep everyone, households and businesses, whole." Even though this shutdown is planned, the uncertainty of when we can go back to normal is striking fear in a lot of people. And add to this the concern of how badly will the U.S. economy be damaged if people are forced to sell their homes or can't buy homes. This undoubtedly could put another strain in the economy, which could lead to even more job losses. Housing is not only a necessity, but also a major part of the overall economy in this country. Chris Abear, a managing director of the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard University, also chimed in and addressed the toll this crisis will have in our nation, explaining that housing is a foundational element of every person's well-being. And with nearly a fifth of the US GDP rooted in housing-related expenditures, it is also critical to the well-being of our broader economy. So it's logical to think that there's a direct correlation between unemployment and housing. Unemployment goes down, housing sales goes up, and vice versa. But recent data, however, shows that this is not the case in the last 30 years. Check out these following graphs. The unemployment rate was rising between 92 and 93, yet home sales increased. Same thing in 2001 and 3. The unemployment rate was rising, but home sales increased as well. In the last housing crash, the unemployment rate was rising, home sales significantly decreased. Most recently, the boom that we have, unemployment rate was falling continuously between 15 and 19, and home sales remained relatively flat. So from this data, there doesn't seem to be a direct correlation. But what about this time around? Could it go hand in hand? We have not seen job losses the way it is happening right now. From how fast we went from one of the lowest unemployment numbers to where projections are headed has not been seen in almost 100 years. Goldman Sachs is projecting unemployment to be 15% in the third quarter of this year, but flattening to single digits by the fourth quarter and just over 6% by the fourth quarter of 2021. Higher where we were when this whole thing happened, but definitely manageable. Some are starting to compare what we will go through as something similar to the Great Depression and more recently the Great Recession. Here are the numbers comparing those two financial crises compared to what we currently are going through, as well as the Goldman Sachs projections. So, what's the bottom line? Given what we know historically and what the expert projections will be, it is certain that we will face a housing market challenge this year. Another thing that could also derail housing is the access to credit. However, with the passage of the CARES Act and hopefully other types of help down the road available to those who have lost their jobs, and the fact that once we solve this virus problem, the housing industry should be fine in the long run. If you have any comments or questions, you can click on the link and send us a message or comment directly below. Stay safe and sane, and this too shall pass.